Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
And I'm Mike.
And today we're cracking open a new bottle of Crown Royal Single Malt Canadian Whiskey. Super excited to try this one. This one just came out June of 2024. So this is a relatively new release. So I'll agree with Mike's assessment. They do get an A+ for it. They give you a nice little bag. You know what I mean? They get the nice little box. You know,
no one cares about the box, but every old goat wants that bag to put coins in.
The bag is. Ooh. Get my little Lucky Charms. Wish I had some coins I could put in there. So there you go. Let's get into the particulars.
And the bottle is pretty.
It is. They do a good job. So this one here is a 90 proof single malt whiskey. We got it for $54.99. It is non-age stated. Like I said, it came out June of 2024. The company is Diego, and it's imported by the Crown Royal Company out of New York, which I didn't realize that until I just did the research either. So it is 100% malted barley, and they say Crown Royal is the #1 selling Canadian brand in the world, and that's saying something.
In the world?
That's what it's,
I know it's probably.
That's what it said.
Here in America.
No, that's what it said on the internet, and we know the internet does not lie. But that's a bold statement.
Is.
Yeah, that's.
I know it's. I can almost guarantee it is here in America because you don't see many Canadian.
Yeah.
Behind bars.
No.
There's always a Crown Royal. Whether it's an apple, whether it's regular.
I don't buy a lot of Crown. You have the Crown apple. Was it a screw top? Because this is a screw top. I don't ever remember.
I don't know if I actually had the bottle. I think a friend brought it over and gave me some.
No, you had the bottle. You brought it here. You had it.
Well, then, do you remember unscrewing it?
Yeah, I don't. I don't remember unscrewing it, and I don't remember unscrewing it because my buddy got super sick on it one time, and had to bring it over to the house because he couldn't even look at the bottle without getting nauseous. So that's my only bottle of Crown. We've never even done Crown on the channel.
We did the apple.
Just the apple. But
regular.
We've never done like regular Crown. Yeah.
Because it's always $55.
Yeah. Well. Again, we've done it. I've been on a single malt craze lately, so I was kind of curious. Well, this is brand new.
I didn't even get an option this time. You usually go back. What do you think you want today?
This one. It literally came out last month, so I'm like, I want to get it out. You know, just for anyone who is looking.
I'm not pitching.
Like we never did the Crown. What was it? Blackberry that came out because I know you're not a fan of the flavors, and neither am I.
I don't mind blackberry
I mean?
if it's. We did a lot of blackberry during football games.
No, I know that, but I just didn't get it. Because I don't really go in the Canadian section. Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. We were just talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a huge section either. It's actually that's actually a little sweeter than our last malted ones we have. It seems sweeter.
No. That first sip, I didn't dislike any of it. I can tell you, I yesterday went back to the Bullet single malt, and that just has a funk to it that I'm just not a fan of. That is not good. I agree with your sweetness thing. It is
initial sweetness, like a syrup, almost not. Yeah, it was kind of like a maple syrupy sweetness, and it had for 90 proof. It actually seemed to hit a little bit. Not that it was. For Canadian,
I'm trying to go. You know, when you think it's single malt, though, it doesn't bring you to Scotch like when we just did the other ones.
It's actually a very tame malt. This would be a tough one. I don't know if I go right there.
I don't either. That's why
off the nose. Yeah, definitely not.
No, that's why I kind of went because I'm not sure because I'm not getting. You know, a lot of the single malts we had, it either brings you over to the land of Scotch, because again, like someone pointed out, it is 100% malted barley, so that's where you're getting it. But on the other hand, like when we did like the New Riff one, or even the Jack Daniel one, it kind of brought you a little bit to Texas, where you were getting that dark, rich molasses. This doesn't bring you to either.
Not so much.
Yeah.
But it does carry a pretty decent flavor.
It does. It's way better than a lot of the Canadian whiskeys we've drank.
It
has an actual taste.
Back there.
Way better than the Caribou. Yes.
I'll do 200%. And I don't know if it was cheaper, but in the aftermarket you can buy this. You can buy probably 10 of these, and versus that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. For this might be one of our.
I'm trying to
this
get
is
this.
one of our better Canadian whiskeys.
I'm almost getting an apple. Like I'm getting a fruit on the front. and it actually lasts on the sides of my tongue, which is weird to me. And I don't know if it's subliminal because we were just talking about the apple, but do you get a fruit? Like,
I'm trying, but
like when you drink
so
it,
my
like,
whole nose and everything threw me off when you. I actually was not really looking forward to this. I'm like, fuck, he wants to do like 50 single malts. It seems like we were doing single malts over and over, but this is a totally different single malt flavor.
Yeah,
and I'll be interested that those that like that Scotch end, is this part of their crave too? Do they like this side? Because this is really a little more towards the bourbon end, I think. With
I'm trying to
with
figure
a pretty
out
good flavor.
It's got like a fruity, light, bright. It's light and bright flavor. Like it almost pops.
But some of those, some of those that really go that taste like a Scotch have that as well.
Yeah.
So, but I don't get that heavy malt.
No, I'm waiting, and I'm gonna have to. I'm kind of stalling because I'm waiting.
There's a little light caramel in this, so
yeah, I'm waiting to see if I get that malty end, like what that'll bring me to that.
Right off the bat, I don't know if I picked this out of a blind. If we're like, and if it's going in the bucket.
The more I keep rolling it on my tongue, the more it is changing in flavor. But I don't know. I agree with you. I don't know if I would jump to a single malt on this one, like in my head.
Right now,
it's very flavorful, though. That's the one thing that brings me to that. Because
which we don't say often with Canadian.
I've never said it with Canadian. I can honestly say that. That's the one thing with Canadian. A lot of times, a lot of the Canadian I've done has been cheaper Canadian, and it brings me more to like a frosting, like a vanilla frosting and stuff. Which
so they still carry through with the sweetness.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is, and I can't believe I'm saying it about it. It's light and bright, and there's a fruity aspect in the front of it to me. I'm getting like a fruit.
I'm not just as much as when I actually sat down and when we started, and I'm like, I'm not disappointed. This is actually keep going because this actually is way better than I thought it was going to be.
Well, I knew when you saw single malt, you were like, God damn it, Tom. But I knew. But again, it was new, and I wanted to get this one out. But it's not
totally different flavor of the other. And we've had a whole variety pack of the single malt, which is weird.
Yes.
Because, whether it was down in Texas, that stands out. Then we had one that's like overboard. Then we did those, the little sample bottles.
The Courage and Conviction.
Yep,
those really brought us way to the
two
land
of them
Scotch.
really brought you into Scotland. And then one was kind of mediocre, the bourbon one. That Cuvée, that actually had a nice sweetness or a nice fruitiness in that nose.
Right.
So that
one had a little bit more of an oak end to it too. Like with this one's not bringing me in a lot of oak, and I just want to see if it starts getting more of a malty flavor.
The nose jumps out right off the bat. Jumps out though.
Taste wise, it's great. I just can't. I can't pinpoint it as like, oh, I'm getting a malty flavor.
Even
what I'm saying?
Even in the nose. It probably drinks where it's at. Yep. I don't think it's overly. I don't think I'd be guessing 100. I don't think I'd be guessing 80. So I think it drinks kind of where it's at. I think it's worth a try.
No, I 100% I agree. And more importantly, if you have tried this, leave a comment down below because I'll be curious to see what you would relate this to. Because out of all the single malts, I don't think I would put this in the land of single malts. Like I think if we put this against the single malts, it would stand out because it doesn't have, I think this would crush the Bullet one. That's the one thing because the Bullet one has a weird funk taste to it. Where this one, I actually think is solid throughout. Back to that one. Yeah, I did it last night. That's why. And I'm like, what the hell did I just pour? Like it was like, what is that? It
does suck when not so much for you because people come over with if I have a bottle and I know it's like one of them that it's like wicked bread and it's like ultimate bread and I'm like, you can maybe have one, and then it's some.
I sometimes go on a mission. I'm like, that I got to get rid of this one. It's going, and I'll make that.
I try to save it so if someone comes over here, try this one.
Yeah, no, I'm a gumby. Of all the good ones I have behind me, a lot of times I'm like, we'll never do anything with this one, so let me get it in me. But I got to be honest with you. I actually like this. There's nothing negative I could say about this.
I don't think I've said anything negative. From the bottle right to the product in the bottle. I think they've done a pretty good job.
If there's any negative that I can do is it doesn't taste like any single malt I've ever had, but I don't take that as a negative. That's like you want to stand out.
It definitely stands out.
But it doesn't stand out in a bad way.
And they do take pride in it does say, I think on the box and maybe on the bottle, but definitely it's on a box, on the smoothest that they created. So, it is pretty, they didn't lie on that aspect.
for what I remember of Crown, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, it was always like super easy to drink. Like even when I wasn't a whiskey person, like it just like it went right down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So back in the day, between Jack Daniels and Crown, you got to do a shot of
it was
each.
so easy.
But
to drink.
it was probably $2 difference. So we always went with Jack.
Yep.
And
no, I know,
but
it's just that's the one thing, and there is zero elbows going down in a 90 proof whiskey.
But it's got a decent hang
nice
time.
flavor. It has a nice flavor.
I would definitely recommend this.
And for someone who's not a single malt person, this would be a good introduction because it is more bourbon-esque in flavors than that harsh, Texas whiskey single malt or the Scotch single malt, whatever way they've gone. This doesn't have any of that aggression.
Even some of your little Garrison
that's what I mean. That's that Texas whiskey, dark molasses.
Right. That one
thick.
kicks in, closer to the pond than this does.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So, like if you want to toe tap into that's why I'll be curious. Those of you that are big single malt people, you may think this is not a single malt.
We do have quite a few and Scotch people that make comments and. Is this in your realm? Is this something you'd like or not? What's the comparison, I guess? And we'll keep it because we'll see if we can find a comparison, that'd be a good...
We'll keep it. Yeah, honestly, no. There is... I would like to... I'll hold on to this one because I want to see if there is something I can find because I can't think off the top of my head anything that we've had remotely in the same ballpark in this league.
Especially from Canada.
Yeah. No, just the fact, any of the single malts even. It doesn't.
And you're not going to find that for $60.
Oh no, but that's just a regular Canadian whiskey, and it's not even good. No. And we saw that for $4.99 on the shelf. $499.
A lot of these.
It's not even worth $20. That is one of the worst ones. In fact,
I'll give it 30.
One day he grabbed it and he poured it, and after I didn't say a word, and then he's like, "What is that? That is terrible."
Which one did I grab? Because I did want to say what, and then it's like, I can't wait to finish because it'll make a good infinity bottle. That's about the only good thing out of it.
Yeah, right. So, well, there you go. We'll keep this one short and sweet. This is the Crown Royal Single Malt Canadian whiskey. So again, if anyone has had this, leave a comment down below, and I'll be curious to see what you guys think of it. My thing is it's unique because it doesn't bring me to a single malt. I don't know if I would guess this in a blind as a single malt.
Might be with you on that.
I don't know what I can put this up against either to give it a fighting
that's why
chance.
We'll see what.
So someone will have something.
Godaz me, I think he's in the Scotch land. I think he always gives us comments.
I will say the more that this sits in the glass,
the nose is great.
The more it keeps coming and keeps coming. So hopefully the malt comes out a little bit more, and then it's going to bring you a little bit more towards like the Irish or the Scotch of that end. You know what I mean? Like
that. Irish really either.
If you start getting that heavy malt where it almost smells, you know what I mean? Like, the almost the peated Irish that we had there at one point, it might.
Really there, but.
Like if I can bring me like the 2 stacks over there, it's kind of reminding me a little bit of that with the can.
I know which one you're talking about.
I mean, that's a long time.
They do actually have bottles.
No, I know. I just never touched the can. I got one can left. It's still sitting
because they had it at Yankee, actually. I laughed. I'm like, oh, they do have bottles.
Yeah. So, well, there you go. Again, leave a comment down below. Love to hear from you guys. That being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.